Right, here we go. Let's get the game going.
Hello.
Right, let's try some PVs, why not? I've learned some new strats, but I can't guarantee I'll do them properly, so let's just give it a go. If we mess it up, we'll go back and we'll
Follow
do
me.
some practice. Is the is yes it is. Good. Right, let's go. Oh, rubbish.
Hello.
I really should take a note. Where are my time saves to? Time saves look like they are Monsaic lines, first stockyards. Ah, there must be plenty for the death. There's a death right at Zilak 4-2. So that'd be a time save as well. Is it worth having a little time save command, I wonder? Maybe it is. Let's see. So time save. Time saves will be in stockyards. Mosaic lines. Where else? Starter Harmonia. Start. Get all the fun now. And Scrupania. Scrupania Trial. What was it called? Nests. Zulak. 4. Slog. Yeah, that's plenty of time save, but that's good. We want to. Well, I suppose we want to get under 43 minutes. I'd be delighted with that. Submit that. Let's go back to OBS. There we are. Thank you very much, Oddysee. I don't know if you're streaming tonight as well. So,
Hello.
thank you very much, Candle. Lurking well later. Yeah, my goal is, while I'm still learning how to use OBS, everything, thank you very much, I at least want to try and make my stream a little bit better, bit by bit. I feel like that's
Hello.
because for me it's a learning experiment. You can say it all the time, Lucy. I'm happy with that. So I have, hopefully, yes. Here are where, among many other bits, I think these are the big time saves I have. Because I know some people like to ask if I have a time save, and I feel like it's quite a good idea just to have it there. I've tried to keep it in order as well as it should be in our splits. Uh, See, a lot of the strats I'm learning, Lucy, are the ones that you can do already. So
Follow me.
I'm quite jealous in that regard. But the goal is, I suppose the goal is to beat Colonel Sarah's time off about 40, I think it's 43 minutes and under 10 seconds. So ideally, I'm looking for anything just, anything just shy of 43 minutes. So yes, I don't get this strat consistently. So I'm going to wuss out and just hop. because I am still a wisp when I play this game. Yes, got it right onto the right tile. How are you today though, Lucy and Candle? Is it more pool today, or was today a normal day of thesis research? Come on. I'm very good, thank you. I'm just enjoying the delights of being a student again and being in first year. Chilling at work. See, I can't chill at work. Ah, whoopsies. Yeah, adult responses. So I'm studying cybersecurity. So I was a primary school teacher for 5 years, but I still tutor kids now as a part-time job. So I probably have mentioned it because I think we spoke about the discrete mathematics that I have to look forward to. But second year, thankfully, they don't give us any maths, but they just give us it all in third year again. So when the time comes, I will be confusing your chat with some really strange questions. I'd just love to get a run past probably Scribania. Yeah, discrete mathematics. Sounds impressive. It's a bit too early, but we didn't die. Oh wow, that's a bad split, that one. But hey. Ooh, that felt close. So are you streaming later, or are you... Because you mentioned you might do Oddysee, or you might do Soulstorm. Come on. Discrete mathematics. Yeah, it'll be the pain of my life. Right, okay, let's focus. A full soul... Oh, because you lost your run, didn't you? It wasn't highlighted or something like that. Like I say, I have played Soulstorm, I've just never... got no ambition to speedrun it. But I did enjoy the game. The blue meanie didn't take it. Oh. Don't even know why I tried it.
Hello, follow me.
Yeah, Blue Candle's got some pretty solid times in Soulstorm, so I wish you the best of luck trying to beat him. But I'd love to get something under 43 minutes, because then you're kinda... I don't know if the best way to word it is the best of the rest that have submitted their times. Because once you get, like, if you think of Spesh and everybody has got a quicker time as Spesh as well, they are the sort of group of people that have got the most competitive times. I can do it, just... It's one of those things you just want to get it straight away. It's so frustrating, but it's also so enjoyable at the same time. And you'll get a good time before you know it as well, Lucy. Yeah, sometimes if you jump earlier there, I'm sure Candle can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's safer, so if you're slightly late, I just go for the hang. Right. Come on, can we get past this click and make it the furthest we have so far? Maybe we can. Woohoo! Furthest we are so far! Nice. So still not using all the speeds run strats yet, but we will get there in time. I would recommend that for you as well, Lucy. Is if you spend ages trying to get the absolute perfect, frame perfect strats, I think you get demoralized a bit quicker because you never get a run. But then again, Mark might like you a bit more because you're not constantly peppering him on Discord with, oh, I've got another run for you to verify. Oh, submitted another run.
Oops.
I love looking at the little toolbar at the side of speedruns.com, and for Abe's Oddysee, it is just me submitting stuff. Oh, that's the death. Mark loves it. He better. I'm giving him lots of things he likes.
Hello.
That slig there, it's a bit temperamental,
Okay.
if I get it or not. But definitely no
Follow me.
saves. Mark's got a brilliant time himself. I've watched his run. See, Candle, she was just waiting until you started going back to Oddysee, any percent energy. I just thought that's the perfect time to snipe in a full run while your attention is elsewhere. I know there's a quicker way to do that, but it's... I'm not very good at it yet. Yes, come on. Come on. Yes, we got it. Oh, it always feels close, that second bomb or whatever gets dropped down.
Oops.
Oh. Whoa, that felt lucky. And yeah, if there's a bit that constantly trips me up, I'll just stop doing full runs and just practice that one bit, as I've been doing in a few streams recently. Don't roll too far, like Coach Candle says, but I may have done it anyway. Will I land properly? Yes, I will. Hehe.
Oops.
Right. Nice far grab. Oh, but that's ruined it. No. Right, don't mess this bit up. That's better. Oh, but you messed up, I didn't. Oopsies.
Hello.
Right. Wee glass of water. But yeah,
Follow me.
I thought I'll try a new layout. It's a Microsoft Paint job. I took a little... Yeah, the good times, the good ones will come. See, take your time, but of course it's speedrunning. You can't take your time, can you? You have to not take your time, but take your time at the same time. Timeception. And I'm hoping I get a frozen slog should I get that far as well. Yeah, that can apply to Lucy as well, absolutely. To be fair, Coach Candle is teaching both of us this game, so... Hey, slightly ahead.
Oops.
I know I don't need to chant there twice, but it's just that. Ah. So for there, if Candle's about, is it the first tile in the shadow that you stop at, then roll again? Is that what you're meant to do? So that you can go a little bit quicker? Because I normally just wait for when he says what, and then I just roll after that. Lucy is a hopeless case. Wow, Candle is feeling brave tonight. That's... Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn and all that. I've accepted my foot. Alright, fair enough then. It's amazing what you do learn just by trial and error though in this game. And you realise how inefficiently you've been playing this game for years. That won't be quicker. She knows I'm not serious. I should have probably picked up on that, but your brain stops working when you're speedrunning. That's what I've noticed. Oh, let's just continue anyway. 3-1 odd records. That's... Okay. Wait for him to say what. There we are. And when you're doing the rolling into walking as well, does that mean you have to press X for when you are rolling? Or does it work when you press down as well? I'm getting that strat of just landing on your feet though, which is good. Oh, I did that again. Timing just slightly off for that. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. I died in here in my PB, so I will give this another bash because I think I've died every time I've got to this bit. So this necessarily isn't the worst death. No. If you're not pressing anything, double tap the roll button. If you're holding roll and run, it's enough to lose. Yeah, I've got it when I'm running and rolling. That seems to be a bit easier. Double tap it, that's what I need to do. So yeah, if I get past that slug first time, which, strange it's given me so much grief, then that is about 12 or so seconds saved, I think. Which is why it's on the time save, but never thought that the first stockyards would be tougher than the second one. Double tap, yeah. The amount of times I press run and jump and it'll just hop straight away, that's a death. Yeah, this game is, I mean, it's everybody likes to blame the fact that the game didn't recognise the inputs instead of me, right? That's obviously much better.
Follow me.
Headshot. Yeah, still trying to get running into walking just about right. I'm getting better at it, but the problem is, of course, if you don't move properly, you can die. Layers of Onion. That is a great name there. I like that. Thank you very much for the follow. And thank you very much, Glenn. It is Druka out there. You come just in time, Glenn, to watch me maybe get out of Rupture Farms. Hi, guys. How does that sound with a Scottish accent? I don't know if the destroyers are as effective in a Scottish accent. I'm curious who Layers of Onion is. I don't know if they're just a person that prefers to lurk, But I also wonder if it's from another channel that I watch where they've been doing an onion challenge. No, it's not. No, Candle has got it down to a T. Oh, how painful is it when Abe does that? When R1 just isn't recognised. Hello, hello there, there's one. Well, the good thing is I'll only save one Muddigan. And that's because I have to. The other category where you save them all 100% is just... Well, Candle's more qualified to tell you about that. That is just a brutal run. But nice to have you here, of course. Oh. Wow. Wow. We're just getting warmed up, right? That's what we say, yeah. You might want to copy and paste that, Glenn, because you're going to need it quite a bit. I don't know whether I should just have a command for that, just to make it nice and easy. Okay, that is an emote. That is mad. I like it though. Fair enough. But how are you today, Glenn? Are you back in Scotland now, or are you still in your homeland? I know I've seen Glenn's ILs and they all look really good. I actually watched your IL of Max Casualties, where you killed the first 28 in about 5 minutes. So I'm surprised that you've not. I'm surprised that you've not put some times on the leaderboard, because I'm sure you would get some solid times as well if you're at. There's me thinking, wow, he's going so fast. And he's like, nah, shit, mate, it can do miles faster than that. Casualty. That sounds... Are you going to order a mic and a PS controller? Oh, exciting! And of course, there are going to be so many people gunning for you to make mistakes, because obviously you're a bit of a king at laughing at other people on stream. So you'll be prepared for that, I'm sure. No, I get that, And then sometimes when you've been working 5-6 days a week, the last thing you want to do in your free time is go, right, I'm going to go stream a game that is extremely infuriating. Yeah, if you work in any sort of emergency service, then reasonable working hours just don't apply to you. Yeah, oh, well, true, yeah. A family on top of that. Yep, Candle's decided that is it 35-38 that he's got is going to be beaten again. Yay, we got past it. Woohoo! Why not 100%? I love a good rhetorical question there, Glenn. Oh, dragon. That's it. There we go, there's a time save because I died last time. Rest in peace, 28 employees. Your service will not be forgotten. Oh, I should have jumped there. But still, we're ahead. This is a good thing about having an early death. A Don't know if I died with the natives as well. think I might have. Have you played this game before then, Layers, I take it? Oh, it's a death, surely. Because I'm so happy to be out of stockyards, I'm going to just go again. See what happens when I try and vaguely behave like a streamer and speak to people and do a run at the same time. One fails. I either stop speaking or I die. That's right there. Be a nice fat juicy time loss here. That's what we like to see. Ah. Okay, 17 seconds. That is make-upable, if that's a word. No. I know, it's a bit horrible. So that death cost me, what, 30 odd seconds? Should I have respawned somewhere else? Candle? Is my game corrupted already? Well then, that seems like I'm doing the opposite of cheating. I'm making it. I've gone back a checkpoint. So if anything, that time loss shouldn't be that much, and I can blame the game and not blame me, and that is what everybody wants. Well, and by everybody, I mean just me. Yeah, I remember other people having a checkpoint there, so I'm not quite sure why. Just Abe's Oddysee being Abe's Oddysee. Yeah, because you like to get in Paramonia, well I do anyway, before 5 minutes. But it's almost certainly that I'm going to die at the start of Paramonia, because these are new strats that I've never tried in a run before. So this could be fun. Because remember that ultra risky, really difficult strat that I probably shouldn't try? Yeah, I'm trying it. Oh, I don't need to look at the timer anymore. I've got Glenn. This is perfect. Ooh. Oh, it's because I used to pick up the rocks and get them again.
Hello. Okay.
Right, this could go. Well, I feel like we all know which way this is probably going to go. So we're going to imagine we're going to die, and that way we can maybe reverse psychology. Oh. I didn't say hello. Otherwise it would have worked. Ah, no. Oh, that was it as well.
Hello. Hello. Hello, follow me.
I was so happy that I got like to the right point. I'm like, yes. And then just didn't say hello.
Hello.
Yes, come on. How can I do that strat second time and get the slig? Right, watch me now mess this up. Or not. I can't get the bees off it. Elam, that's not ideal. Don't want any more bees as I die. That, oh, it's not quicker, but hey. If I can pull that off first time, it's obviously a huge time save. Oh, 45. Ugh. I'm just grateful to be out of Rupture Farms. Plus 44. Yeah, I shouldn't look at the splits, you know. I've just got you to tell me them.
Follow me.
There we are. This bit always fills me with fear. Well, in fact, the whole game. It's just a permanent heart rate. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Didn't need to slide.
Hello. Hello. Password. Okay.
Come on, can we shave a second? Oh, that's... Phew. Thought that was too far there. Right. Please do this right. No frozen slog, sadly, but he didn't follow, so we take that. Oh, should have run down, but it's fine. 42! Woohoo! I don't know if I died in Paramonia on my PB. I've not watched it back again. But there's the time saves that. So the start, well, I like how I said the start of Paramonia is a time save, and then clearly. Clearly it might not be. But thank you for doing that, Big Candle. I know. I know. That'll appeal to you though, Glenn. That's the... Oh, why? Oh, that was a bit lucky there. Yeah, living on the edge, and not necessarily through choice either, just... I'm now time for my least favourite trial, which I will probably say quite a few more times. I don't do this one optimally because I don't trust myself with the run to walk just yet. Oh. No. Me. Ah, it's sad, I know. That was just, it's just me jumping too early. That's all it was. I don't know if I can make this in time now. Yeah.
Hello.
But hey, we got further, right? So,
Follow me.
although I think almost every split was red after a while, so yeah. Here we are, back in our favourite place. I did get second attempt that tricky strat on Scribania, so I am happy with that. Right ahead of you there, Candle. Yep. And like I say, if we don't get far at all, we will just practice some separate bits as well. Oh. Well. That is totally not optimal, but we take it. If this PB's now, it won't.
Hello.
Oh, right, let's get some water. But yeah, we all want full Glen runs, I think. What time do you reckon you would get Glen with a good run? I'm curious to.
Follow me.
If you had a run where it all went swimmingly for you, no major mistakes, no deaths, maybe the odds, movement bit that's not perfect, what do you reckon you would get? I'm waiting for you to say 1 millisecond quicker than soon, just to annoy him. What do you realistically think you would get? I'm just gonna roll into walking here. It's just more reliable. And it still puts me ahead. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, that makes sense. That 1.5 seconds. Nice. Should have. I don't know why I was rolling there. Clawed a wee bit of time back there. I think I can claw back some time with this bit as well. If I can just jump at the right spots, that would help.
Oops.
So that will be a time save because I died last time there. Yay, that's what you want to do. Woohoo, 16 seconds. Oh, I thought I left that too late there. Right, don't die here, please. Oh, it's far too way back. Oh wow, he lets you go the whole way. See, I got the checkpoint that time, so that's weird. Well, I saw a thing go for the checkpoint. I don't want to die to test it out, but if I do, that's my excuse. We'll take it, we'll take it. Anything green is bueno. I was trying to think of other sort of Abe challenges to do, because I quite enjoyed doing Abe without being able to run at all. Well, we had to run in some spots, I think about 9 or 10 spots in the whole game. So I'd like to think of some other ideas. And obviously they've got to be ideas interesting enough to watch as well. Like, could you complete the whole game rolling and hopping, but then it feels very similar to the last challenge. I do plan to do Abe's Exodus and only using farting to move mulligans. That'll be a good fun run to do. I don't know what other kind of Oddysee challenges to think of. I'm a bit devoid of ideas on that front. Well, we are in Paramonia before 5 minutes, which is my goal. Like I say, at my dad's place, he does have Abe's Exodus on PS2. Oh, PS1, sorry, on his PS2 that I used to have. So I did try moving some of the mulligan just by farting, and it was good fun, but oh my word, it takes so long.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh. That was a bit slow.
Okay.
Okay. Run, jump, 2-step, slide, hello, hop.
Hello.
Yeah. Come on. Where are the... Did the bees not follow me? Are you kidding? Oh. Well. I know, Glenn. It's going to be really fun when I throw this away. It's going to be brilliant. It's green for now. Thank you very much. I just enjoy being self-deprecating. It's the, as Glenn will attest to, us Scots love a bit of self-deprecation.
Follow me.
Green for now. That's it. That's the asterisk we need. Senin Hund, I have butchered that. Wow, sorry for butchering your name. But thank you very much for following, and welcome in. Oh, thank you very much for coming along, Lucy. And hello there. Is it Senin or Hund? What is better? What part of your name have I butchered the least? if I have butchered one less than the other.
Hello. Password. Okay.
Have our paths crossed before, Senate? And I'm just really sure at it. No bother. Uh, oh no, chat's gone down a bad place now. Okay, dog race. See, bit of culture in the stream. What more can you ask for? Okay, so the slog has gone down, so we have to be careful here. No, we crashed. As all good streams like to do for me. That was like a decent run as well. We're doing well there. F indeed. Although I died several times and not reset, so it's kinda my own fault. But the good thing is though that 22 seconds saved by Paramonia. That means if I keep the pace for the rest of my run, that would put me in 11th place. I'm pretty sure. I need to double check what Sarah's time is. It seems to, Glenn. I'm good at finding crashes. It's how I want to say it's how all my streams except one have ended so far. But like I say, yeah, I've not restarted at all, and I well, I think that's what it's got to be quite a few times I've tried. So
Follow me.
I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt there. But that's fine. These things happen. Prefer that it happened there and it didn't happen later on when. Oh, why am I saving it? No. I prefer that it happened there as opposed to Zulag 4 when I'm absolutely panicking, going, yes, I'm doing well. The game is mental. Absolutely mental.
Follow me.
Why did any of us speedrun this game again? Although I do remember playing this game as a child growing up, and it was actually, I don't know if I did this for any other games, but like I would hit Abe into every single wall to check for secrets. There were some secrets that it wasn't until much later I actually found. Oh, that's where they are. That's where those two Mudokons were. Oh, that's slow as anything. Whoopsies. This game is easy. Maybe I just need to tell myself that, and then I'll do it perfectly. It's just an easy game. See? Easy. See? See? Easy. Nice. Glenn is top. Glenn loves it. And we all love it as well, to be fair. That's a bit better. Oh, wee bit of green.
Oops. Oops.
So are there any plans to stream anytime soon? Candle after your de-rust stream yesterday? And what about Glenn? Any plans for you to stream, or do you prefer to do your runs offline, upload them to YouTube, and then do it that way? Oh, a bit too early there. Yeah, that's fair enough, Kendall. Oh. Have you streamed before, Glenn, or would this be your first foray into it? Well, the one piece of advice or bit of encouragement I can give is that OBS is fairly straightforward to set up. Hot tub stream, yes. No checkpoint again. That's interesting. I'm not sure why I'm not getting a checkpoint there. Just as well didn't die then. But who would be? Oh yes, we're gonna have loads of new streamers. This will be great. Will you be doing Abe as well, or would you go for something else there? I'm going to go for Hund. I think that's less. I'm less likely to butcher that part. But out of interest, if anybody, like if you were to wake up with a notification saying such and such did a hot tub stream, who would be the most likely to do it? And out of the community, that is. My money would be on. I think Spesh would do it. He'd be the person the most likely to do it, but I wonder if there's somebody else that'd be far more likely to do it. Well, as you can see, my times are they're I think pretty achievable to beat. So it'd be good to see some people trying to take new slots on the leaderboard. Oh, I know Harambe. I've not heard that for a long time. That's better. Oh, are you kidding me? I pressed the button. I actually pressed it. I actually did press it. I swear. Yet we're still on a time save. This is mad. I died twice. Still on a time save. Well, no, I'll lose it actually. It's at the next split. Oops. Not on a time save. I know. I see when you die once, it's so hard to not just chuck in a really bad death straight after. I'm really bad for that so far. It's only 7 seconds though. 2 deaths and only 7 seconds behind is maybe more of an indication about the quality of my last run. That's a bit better. Hey, we're back.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
I am surprised I'm getting that strat compared to the ones I'm not getting. Oh, I thought I was going to get it there, but I just didn't. Thinking the right bit. Oh well. Right. Stop complaining, Elam. It's a fair question, you know? With the way things are right now, that wouldn't surprise me.
Follow me.
Although, when they did the 2010 census, and I was in Glasgow at the time, they had an option that you could identify. You could say your religion was a Jedi, and of course, me being a student at the time, and students being students, the student had a rather thriving Jedi community. Oh, I could have jumped again there. And could have jumped there. Yeah, yes, but there.
Hello. Hello. Password. Okay.
Thank you very much, Gandalf. Yeah, Candle was describing actually on his stream last night where his name came from, and the actual manga he was describing sounded pretty interesting actually. Oh, it's a gold. Hee. Some good gameplay. Come on. Still obviously behind the time, but it's a gold. No, of course the slog wants to come down. Of course he does. But we're back in green. For how long, I can't guarantee. I mean, we haven't made it past Trial 2 on the stream so far. That tells you the quality of the gameplay that you're here to see. And why most of my PBs have actually come by playing it offline. Thought I messed up getting into that shoot there. Let's just get a run that goes past Trial 2. Oh. Not life on the edge this time. That's fine. But Hund and Glenn, do you have any exciting weekend plans? When do you plan on streaming for the first time? Right, okay, please, please. Not working. I might die here. I might not. Come on. That was very close. But this is uncharted territory for the stream tonight. Look at this progress. Woohoo! And as well, Glenn, I have had so many troubles with the Paramite at the end of this level. So I am going to be a wuss. And the reason I'm being a wuss is that I've been streaming for about an hour and I've not made it past this bit yet. And sadly, I don't have... I believe it's here. Oh, let's go for it. Yes, come on. I take it back. Just going to take this bit far too safe because I am petrified of it. I just don't want to die. Really, that's the... I will need to practice that end of that trial, and the start of it as well. So otherwise you fixate over it too much and you sort of make mistakes, just overthinking it all. But thanks again, Glenn, for showing me and having the patience to keep saying between the two sticks. Between the two sticks. I think it took me about 10 minutes to actually get the right bit. Well, almost a second. Oh, that's still painful when that happens. I know I'm not, yeah. I know this isn't one either.
Hello. Hello. Password. Okay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Hund. I just don't want to... Like, I still want to be able to keep completing runs, so I'm just adding strat in bit by bit. So there are lots of things I do that are not optimal. Don't worry, I'm fully aware of that as well. I think I've been speedrunning this game for 3 weeks now, so that makes me a total baby in comparison to, you know, the amount of years other people have put into this game. Yeah, thank you very much. And like I said, it's a lot of streams that have been learning strats. It's been Glenn, Soon, Candle that have been teaching me. Oh, just going to go safe here. Is this look at it? He's not. But I want to say that I think the first ever Abe stream I did, and that was where I completed the game with minimal running and rolling. I want to say that was the end of June that I did that. I could check that later on as well, so I've obviously been playing the game for a long time, but not speedrunning it, so just always playing it casually. But if you watch enough people do speedruns, and like I say, everybody in the community has been willing me on to try it out, and it does get slightly addictive actually. That was a bit slow, that's fine. Oh, that's a... yeah, I died there last time, obviously. I was also quite persuaded to do it by the fact that the slowest time on the leaderboard, I thought I could beat it. So as soon as I kind of beat it once, I thought, well, I'm on the leaderboard now, I may as well try my best and get as far up as I can. So the goal, the end goal, would be to get a sub 40 one day. Right, going to reset this.
Hello.
Considering it's already crashed once. Oh, these are the nice calm moments where you get a little bit of time just to breathe and go, right, this is a lovely game. And then as soon as you press the button to load it in, the stress begins instantly. Because this is a strat I've never done in a run before. I've practiced it offline.
Hello.
So this, I believe, is the proper strat that you should do. So let's see how we get on. Oh, that's really slow. This might not work now, we'll see. Yeah, I thought so. We'll try it again. If we don't get the proper strat, we'll default to my old one just because we're actually on a semi-decent run. That's it, come on. Obviously, it's not quicker right now because I'm still getting used to the strats, but to be able to do them in a run environment is like...
Hello. Okay.
The lag there. Okay.
Hello. Password. Okay.
Oh, Elam just takes so long there.
Hello. Wait. Hello. Okay.
Go. Right. Surprised that he even stays there after they've done it successfully. Like, there's no need for that Muddigan to stay there. There's also nowhere for him to go, I guess. He's just doomed. Nice, right on the right spots. No. Things like that. They're the annoying bits the most because they're totally avoidable. That's just not having the muscle memory down yet. But that'll come with practice. All of these sort of slight optimizations that maybe save you a second or two? Well, probably less than that, but will he do it? Yes. When that screen loads, it always fills me with fear. Again, this is another split I don't know that well.
Wait.
I'm gonna have to wait. That is not an optimal strat, but that's just one of the ones I've not learned yet.
Follow me.
I think it's quite clever that you pick up the rock there so that Elon turns to face the right way. I always quite like that. Okay. When I first saw that you could destroy that bomb as well, I was totally amazed. Just by, obviously, the hitbox for it mustn't be in the right bit. Oh, that's not where I wanted to get off. I wanted to go off here, but that's fine. See, things like that, yeah, that's time lost that there's not really an excuse for it.
Hello. Follow me.
Must have chatted too long there. Okay, but that's fine. As long as I don't die too many times and pull off enough strats, we should get a good time by my standards anyway. Nice. Oh, and a gold. I didn't even notice I got a gold before. Come on. Oh, could I have made that straight in? I mean, would never have had the guts to do so, but here we are, Paramonia, uncharted territory. Okay, okay. Let's hope this grab's going under the right. Doesn't sound like he will be. I'll have to bait him. There we are. I'll jinx myself by saying this, but I have been practicing the run into walk. And when you do it perfectly, oh, it's satisfying. But of course, just that one step wrong can make all the difference. Love that scrab. My favourite one in the game. Seems pretty passive. Oh, I hate this. I always have to end up waiting here because I'm not quite sure. Please work. Is he in the right place? Yes. Nice. Oh, he landed a weird bit there. That's way too far. Oh. I think I died here actually on my PB as well. What one's this one? This one we go left first, yes it is. I'm not going to make any comments about how easy or difficult any of them are because that will jinx it one way or the other. I know how this game, it's like it listens into you. This is like Siri before Siri was about. Slide, run, jump, up. There we go. Run to what? Roll, hop, roll. Wow, this grabbed me to go for it at least. I know that there's a death in the nests, so that is a potential time save too. I do find the nests quite tricky. Again, this is one disclaimer, I don't do this the efficient way. Oh. Oh. Shouldn't have said I've been practicing the run to walk. Ever since then I've missed everyone. So yeah, this isn't as quick, but while I'm not anywhere near 100%, it's probably not worth me going for it. And that Trial 5 and Trial 6, I need to sort out my golds for these ones, because I used to do this in a different order. So because I used to do this in a different order, the splitter goes haywire. It's 32 seconds, is lovely. Oh, Scheiße. But we died at the start, so that's fine. But what on earth was that? Again, I don't trust. So I'm just going to do it this way. We'll lose time, but we won't lose momentum. Because you can sometimes roll straight into that screen, but I don't know, I seem to die a lot when that happens. So there must be a little bit of movement I'm not doing perfect. Again, Scrabania is probably the next big bit to practice and really get the time down. Because this bit I just don't know what to do. There we are, about the same time as last time. When R1 doesn't behave itself. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Go on, Scrab at least. Oh. Okay, focus here. Nice, come on. Again, this is the safe strats that I'm probably becoming famous for. Right. And by famous, I mean not famous. It's going to be a fat time save though. And that time save can become fatter as well. Let's go! Although, arguably you could say the tricky part of the ones to come now. It's almost worse being on a good time. Although being on a bad time's terrible because you hate being against the counter, but oh. I'll take that. I will take that every day of the week. You can tell it's getting serious because I'm actually being quiet for what? Slide. Oh. No, you idiot! You should have just rolled down. I had it, and I've just got ahead of myself. But this is so no. I need to go back. I have to roll in, otherwise it doesn't work. I don't know what to do otherwise. Right. Okay.
Oops.
Right. Okay.
Oops.
Right. That's what I wanted to do last time. Well, that's what I should have done last time. I tried to go extra quick and save, like, what, half a second? And that costs you 25 seconds. But it's a time save for next time, if it goes all the way. Okay. The game quit there as well. The game crashed. Game crash. But that's fine, because hopefully that save went just in time. But yeah, Glenn, you didn't say before.
Hello.
What
Okay.
what time do you reckon you would get if you did this game?
Hello. Follow me. Okay.
If you did a run of this game and you got your best times and most of your splits, no big deaths, like a solid run, what time do you reckon you'd get at the end? Oh, what? Oh, Mel, I'm just choking for no reason. So this will be me behind now, most definitely. I'm going to shut up again and just play this game. Sub 36 would be amazing. Nice. Delighted I got that first time though. It's a weird run, this one. You can really tell what I've been practicing and what I haven't. You practice all the hard things and then sort of take for granted the easy bits, you'll just get it. Oh, what do you do here? Okay, we recovered. That's fine. Sub 36, that'd put you, what, round about first, second, third place, if my memory of the time serves me well. Yeah, top 3. Gotta get Malta on that leaderboard. Although Scotland might get a little representation because you might put that you're based in. Right, okay, please work. Nice. Of course. Oh, the slug will come, he will. Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I put Scotland and not the UK as well, just to flex. The Malta flag, is it white and red split into quarters? Kinda, it reminds me of the Georgian flag ever so slightly. I only know the Maltese flag because we had a player for Rangers who was from Malta. His name was Miles Bierman. Played a handful of games with us. Yeah, the Georgians. I think I died here in my PB. I hate this bit fills me with fear. But I've got it. Phew. No idea if that is optimal or not, but right now, not dying is optimal. Gold. No idea why that's such a big gold. Right. I hate this level. Everybody hates this level. Oh, I did the wrong order. That'll be right. Oh well, I don't think it'll mess me up too much, but it might. I know, fake gold. I will remove it, don't you worry. Oh. That's fine, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, why did I not run to here straight away? That's weird. That is weird. That bomb room just... I know I've practiced that bomb room, but it still fills me with fear. I think it's here. Yeah, I'll need to remove these golds after. I can just sneak, but like I say, while I don't know the strat, I'm still going to wuss out of quite a few things, but what I'll do is I like to learn 2 or 3 strats and then do a run with those 2 or 3 strats so you can see the constant improvement, but yeah, I know what you mean, you can sneak. I know this isn't optimal, but it makes life easier. No waiting today. I'm doing the suboptimal strats just to appease you, of course, that's it. Right, okay, so here is another one that I've tried to learn the strat, so I will try it. It may or may not work. It'll be a laugh either way. It means I don't have a bomb for later on, so I will have to do... I need bombs, I know. Oh, I can get bombs, hey! I totally forgot that was a thing, so I'm quite lucky. Yes, come on. Ho, 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 ho. That's the only way I know how to do it. It's either that or chant the slig. Well, I'm due a little bit of luck, I dare suggest. Oh no, what am I doing there? Oh, no, that is another fat PB there. Ho, ho, ho. My hands are shaking, this is ridiculous. Well,
Well, I rescued.
yeah, oh. I mean, I dare suggest, Glenn, that if I didn't die if I didn't die in, where were the deaths? I can't even speak properly, I'm not happy. The death at Zulag, that was 23 seconds there. Sorry, Glenn. Um, so the 23 seconds I lost there, that would take me to sub 41 minutes, and then, like I say, better strats. So there's a few bits to learn in Scribania, definitely. Um, you know what? I did watch Sims 1 and I thought I was doing it Sims way, but yeah, because if I die there, of course, then I've got to go and chant the slig, and then the slig presses on both, which, what's that, maybe 10, 13 seconds slower? I'm going to share those splits first of all. You do one step to the left. Okay. So you press the lever, then do one step to the left, then walk to the right. Okay. There's so many little optimizations like that. But man, that is still 41-21. That's the no. Because my first ever run got 54 minutes, then I got it down to 50, then down to 47, 45, 43, 41. So it's all going in a very nice direction. But I like the fact that when people, so I think it's Mark that reviews all the runs. I can't wait for him to look back at that and be like, he'll have his heart in his mouth as well, probably. But then if you know what time I'm submitting ahead of time, it'll kind of give away the fact that obviously the strat by sheer luck worked. But you know what? I feel like I can't top that. I feel like that is where I do have to end today's stream. It's a shorter than I thought it was going to be. What's that? Hour 41. Let's see who is live. But 41 minutes puts me in 11th place. That puts me 2 minutes away from Spesh. But those 2 minutes there, of course, as I'm sure you will both attest to, are the hardest, or some of the 2 minutes you save each time gets harder to save. Like that's obvious. And plus, didn't I die at the start of Scribania? So there's a death there. And that's a good 15 seconds. I actually think if I did this run deathless, it might have got sub 40. I thought, oh man, delighted with that. So let's see who's live. That's what I was going to do. Switch. Who is live? Unless you've got any recommendations there. Lauren is live and Lucy is live. I feel like it's easy choice. There's only ever been one person to raid me, and she's done it twice, and that is Lauren. So I feel like I have to return the favor. I think that's only fair. So thank you all very much for hanging out. Hopefully that works there. Thank you all as well for the follows there. We had, who did we have? We had Hun that came in there. We had Layers of Onion as well, which is a name I just love. So thank you all very much there. We shall go and raid Lauren. She's doing some Fall Guys, so that'll be good fun. And I shall see you all in the next. See you, boss. See you later, Chief, as we like to say. Adios.
Fucking lost where I am. Currently doing.
Slime Lauren? No!
Hey, Lindblom.
Stream everybody, chill stream.
How are you guys doing? Thank you for the raid.
Look
I
at
really
Johnny
appreciate it.
just
Oh, hold on.
fucking going for it.
Oh, fuck.
So close to the edge.
I'm on the edge.
Yay, it works! Have to return the favour.
Oh, you
Well, thank you very much.
bastard.
Can't hear you
Johnny
that well.
thrives in the danger zone.
Is that a bit better?
Oh, man.
It seems like my mic keeps turning itself down.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't know why.
It's
why
literally
that's
just
happening.
Johnny left.
Well, thank you, Glenn, for letting me know. Yeah, I'm doing
Well done,
very
you
well,
got
thank
this.
you.
No worries.
It's Friday.
Carry the team to
we're
the finish.
playing Fall Guys, and you can't really go wrong with that.
Oh my god.
How are you guys doing?